Hello everyone, welcome to English Time. Joining us today is a very special guest. Her dedication to education, advocacy, and community-driven initiatives make her a transformative force for change all over the continent. Djitteye Doussouba Konaté. She is an accomplished leader and experienced project manager with over a decade of experience in advocacy and community development. She currently serves as Executive Director for Accountability Lab Mali, where she drives impactful initiatives to promote good governance. A 2023 Tutu Fellow and a 2022 Obama Africa Leader, Doussouba is renowned for her capacity to interact with people from different backgrounds to foster collaboration and lasting impact. Doussouba, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. We want to know more about you. You made a career centered around advocacy and community development. Can you please tell us what was the click, what was the moment that made you consider this as a career path?
Well, thank you so much for having me. First of all, it's quite an honor. And what an amazing question. So what was the déclic, or I want to say who's the person responsible for that? That's what I want to say, I guess. So let me go back a little bit, because I was born and raised in France. But for my parents, it was absolutely crucial for them, for all of their children to understand where they come from. So I think that in the education that we received, that was pretty clear. We had the prestige to really come back on a regular basis here in Mali, to travel around across the country, to see a certain type of reality as well. And I think that overall, even though we were born and raised somewhere else, the Malian roots were really present. And this is something that was constantly repeated to us, that we are Malian, we're from Mali. And the goal is really to not forget where you come from, because I think that culture of give back is something that not only, this is something that my parents wanted to teach us, but it's also something that they did. So we witnessed that from them. So that's why I'm saying it's mostly who's the person responsible for my career path.
That's wonderful.
And it's really my dad, honestly. It's really my dad, such an inspiration until that day. I've seen him doing so much for his family, but I think that this is really culturally. This is cultural. This is something that everybody does, right? But what I found absolutely amazing is to go beyond your family and to be able to do something for your community. And my dad is from the region of Kai. So for all the people who know Kais, we all know that people, they love their region, they love their city, and they always want to do something for their community, for their city. And that's exactly what my dad did in the sector of health. And I remember when he was leading some projects to sustain and to provide for the public hospital there. The light in his eyes, the pride, and the journalists that were coming home to interview him, and how happy he was to do something for his home, his birthplace. So for me, I think that because of all of that actually led me to that path where I also wanted to do something bigger, not just for my family, but for my community, because I believe that wherever we are, there's always something that we can do to better the situation, to better our situation, but to better also the situation for everyone.
That's so inspiring.
And for me, this is the base of citizen engagement. Yeah. This is really the base of citizen engagement. And I believe that if everybody take his place, we can do big things. We can really do something really big.
Very inspiring. Talking about our beloved country, Mali, we know that the country faces unique challenges. Can you please tell us, how do you navigate those challenges? And most importantly, what keeps you motivated despite the challenges?
Oh, wow. That's such an important question. Indeed, Mali is going through different challenges, could be economical challenges, political challenges, as well as security challenges as well. But I think that those challenges are actually the reason why we need to be more present and even do more. Because through those challenges, and I'm going to take a specific example. The mission of accountability at Mali is to make sure that governance serve all of the community, all of the different citizens. So to make sure that those people, that governance serve everyone, first of all, we need to make sure that people understand what governance is and what role can they play into that. Because when we talk about governance, we talk also about accountability. We talk a lot about how can we hold the government accountable, because it's actually the government who has to provide for the community, for its citizen, right? But something that we need to do, especially in a context where there's issues, is actually to help the government into the mission that they have. That's the role of association, NGOs, but that's also the role of the communities.
Yeah, every citizen.
Every citizen, exactly. So that's why in every project that we put in place, there's always a building capacity component. We want to make sure that people understand what citizen engagement is, what is the role that they can play also for the betterment of their community. Because at the end of the day, we are all benefiting from it, right? So just waiting for the government to give you something, I don't think that it's that helpful. I think that we can also do something. So for example, I think that what we do just in general is trying to assess the different issues or the different the different issues that Mali is facing. Right now, I think that there's the issue of media literacy or disinformation that everybody's facing. Through our cell phone, through our computer, through our TV, we are being bombarded basically by all type of information. It's very overwhelming. So the question that we need to ask ourselves is, what can we do to overcome or to navigate through all of those information? We know that there is good information. We know that there's fake information. So how can we, for us, what we're trying to do is to making sure that people that we're working with can also develop and sustain a critical mind so that they can really question the information that they are receiving, the veracity of the information that they receive, and what do they do with the information also that they receive? Do they share it all nilly-willy and create more harm? Or do they really try to really making sure that those information are accurate and then they can share it with other people? So for us, this is really and this is really crucial. This is really, really crucial. And we want to make sure also that people understand that there is now that new phenomenon of intelligence, of artificial intelligence, that there's a lot of harm that can be done, but we also want people to understand that there is a lot of opportunities that can be taken from it. And I think that when we talk about media literacy or disinformation, just in general, I think that we need to have a more media education. People need to understand also that there's so much opportunity. So for example, a lot of people spend the entire day on social media, but you have the choice. Do you do it to create a business, to empower yourself and empower your community? Or do you do it to entertain yourself? And at the end of the day, on the long term, what is really paying for you, and what is the benefit of that for the entire community? And just to reply to the second part of your question, what motivates me to keep going? I think that what motivates me to keep going is actually the community and the result or the impact that we see on the ground. So, for example, through that specific project that we call US